Let's talk about the box office, because a new movie came out over the weekend, in case you didn't know. It's actually called From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. The actual name of the movie is Ballerina, but for some reason, when you look this movie up, From the World of John Wick is like it's in front of the name. It's not even listed here on Rotten Tomatoes, so I wonder if they changed that. I didn't even know this movie was out. So I'm wondering where the marketing was for this movie. And the reason I'm even talking about this is because the movie bombed. $25 million is what it brought in. Now, you would think a John Wick attached movie, hell, they made it they put John Wick before the actual name of the movie, which is Ballerina. It's called From the World of John Wick, Ballerina. Right here. This is the name of the movie. From the World of John Wick. That comes before you even see Ballerina. So they wanted you to know right away, yeah, this is a John Wick movie. Keanu Reeves is even in the movie. Well, I guess he's in it for like 5 minutes. It takes place during the events of John Wick 3. At least from what I told. I haven't seen it. I actually want to see this because I like Ann de Armas and I like action movies. So before I get into this, I'm not trying to shit on this movie intentionally. Okay? In fact, from the Rotten Tomatoes, it would appear that people like it. So the audience score, the all audience score, the real one that matters, it's sitting at 92%. And another reason why I suspect it's probably a good movie is because critics, they're kind of hard on it. 76%. Top critics, it drops down to 64%. But audiences like it. So it's probably a pretty good movie. However, it's not doing well. So I wonder, did anybody even know that this movie existed? I don't think it's woke. I haven't seen anything to say it is. For all I know, it's a good movie. However, people didn't show up to it, so I wonder what happened. Maybe, and this is just a thought, and I got to say it, who was asking for this? Just because you have a movie that does good doesn't mean you need to branch it off into its own universe. They want to build out John Wick movies into this expanded universe. And I, for one, think people are kind of tired of that shit. John Wick can just be its own thing. I don't understand why you need the Continental. Did that show even come out? I didn't see it, but I know they were working on it. That's for sure. Mel Gibson was in it. Because I remember they were trying to cancel it because he is in the movie. Or the show is a series. So I don't know what happened with that show. I don't know if it's any good or not. And now you have this, Ballerina. And I have to ask, like I said, who was asking for a female-led John Wick spinoff? As far as I know, nobody was asking for it. I also think in modern day, right, we've had so many bad female girl boss movies, and I'm not saying she's a girl boss. It's easy to see the movie become a casualty of that. Furiosa suffered that fate. And Furiosa is actually a good movie. I watched that last year and liked it. I got the 4K Steelbook when it came out. And I liked it a lot. It's a good movie, but it's still bomb no matter how you slice it. That movie is a bomb. Another thing, women didn't show up for this movie. They're not showing up for these movies. So I don't know if maybe that's a way to try to entice women to come see it. But they're not showing up for this. They didn't show up for Furiosa either. A John Wick female-led spinoff Ballerina flops in opening weekend box office as women skip another for-her action movie. Now, to be fair to this movie, it's only in its first weekend, so maybe it could have legs. Like, it's pretty well received. 93%, 92% all audience meter is pretty good. So it could have legs. I don't know what the budget was for this movie. I'm going to guess probably not a ton of money. I can't see them needing to give a shitload of money for this. Like John Wick's. The reason they want to do so much shit with John Wick is because they're cheap to make, and they usually make pretty good money. Like John Wick movies have all made money. That's why there's like 4 of them. That's why they're bringing him back from the dead too, so that they can make another one. John Wick 5, last I heard, was a go. And they want to do another spinoff with Kane. Like, do we need all these spinoffs? I'm tired of that. I don't want to see a movie in the world of John Wick. I want to see the movie with John Wick in it. And I think that's really the key thing there. I do think audiences are kind of tired of this shit. I mean, what's the point? You're going to have an Avengers John Wick movie now with Ballerina and John Wick and Kane? I just want to see a John Wick movie. After weeks of promotional buildup and early embargo controversy, the first John Wick spinoff has stumbled out of the gate with a disappointing $25 million domestic opening. That figure places Ballerina second at the box office for the week and marks the lowest debut in the Wick universe since the original film's modest launch back in 2014. And here's the real kicker. Female audiences didn't show up again. Despite Ballerina starring Ana de Armas in a role specifically designed to expand the John Wick world with a female lead, audience tracking from PostTrack shows that 63% of the opening weekend moviegoers were male. This mirrors a recurring trend for action-heavy franchises that try to pivot towards female-centric storytelling without truly connecting with the female audience. And another movie that happened with The Marvels. Pretty sure they didn't show up for Captain Marvel either. Mostly men that see these movies. The studios forget that. Even Ballerina, it'll be all men. And look, there's I'm not trying to shit on this movie and say it's a bad movie, because I haven't seen it. And I've seen plenty of female-led action movies that are great. Kill Bill, Aliens. There's a lot of them. Terminator. But Hollywood has kind of screwed it up over the past few years. And I also think nobody was asking for this. Nobody wanted it. I could really care less about John Wick spinoffs. I think John Wick is a fun franchise. But I want to see Keanu Reeves. That's who I want to see in the movie, and he's only in this for 5 minutes. And I really think that's what it is people just want to see him. I don't even think a Kane, well, Donnie Yen is kind of different. So I don't know. I don't know if a Kane movie would do good either. A John Wick 5 would, because that's who people want to see. I really think that's what it is. And also, if this was some kind of tactic to pull women in, that's not going to work either. Action films, and I know there's going to be some girl in my comments saying, I liked it too. Well, 63%, there's still a lot of women that went to see this, but most women want to go see Barbie. Some women like action films just fine, but just because you make a woman the star of the movie, that's not going to bring in women. That's not a draw. So, I don't have anything against Ana de Armas. I kind of like her, actually. You never hear any crazy shit with her, but I just don't think anybody was asking for a female-led spinoff of John Wick. I don't think people are asking for John Wick spinoffs in general. So if they were trying to bring in a big female audience with this, it wasn't going to happen. And it didn't happen. They didn't show up for it. Before we go, just letting you know, I have a comic book out there. There's a link in the description. It's called The Mighty Golden Patriot. It's a fun alternate history story. action-packed story, by the way. Very entertaining book. You can jump in on one of our many covers. We got 4 covers. They're all beautiful. But if you want to just jump in at a good price, I think, $17 for cover D, which is pretty good for a square-bound 60-plus page book. So, link in the description. Check it out. Also, let me know why you think this movie didn't do good. If you didn't see it, what are the reasons you didn't want to see it? Let me know. If you did see it, let me know what you thought of it. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa, 2 American flyboys are soaring high on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.